busy one. It's gonna be fun, but busy. And look what I got. Water! I've been trying to make water for the last several days, rushing against the clock just to make enough water to satisfy firing up the second bucket system, because initially for the setup it requires quite a water, and my distiller's output is slow. I get 4 liters of water every 3 hours, but here I got a lot more in 5 minutes by just going to Walmart. So I bought some water just so that we can get things going, because our plants, our seedlings, are outgrowing their current space, and this project has been lingering for a week now. So got to get it done, time to stop procrastinating. So today is going to be great. It's going to give you guys more insight on how the process works and what goes in the grow tent, and I'm just excited to share this part of it with you. So while I wait for a few people to trail in, I'm gonna just energize myself with some coffee, and I am going to get myself set up. So we've got 36 liters of water right now in the system, and we are going to have to add twice the amount. What's up, Cheaper T? Happy Saturday. Happy 4th, or belated 4th to you and your friends and family. Hope you had a wonderful day, and hope you have a wonderful weekend. We've got heat wave in Canada. It's not even a heat wave, it's just summer, man, but they're going to, push the global warming, so it's not really a heat wave, it's just a little something I like to call June weather, or July weather. But it is hot. All right. Where, G for T, where are you at again? You're in Ohio, right? If I'm not mistaken. What's weather like where you're at? I don't know if you guys saw, I did a strawberry up this morning. My strawberry plant is thriving. I'm going to show you guys in a few minutes. We're going to do our tent tour. But yeah, throughout this stream, if you guys have any questions or whatever, drop it in the chat, because I always respond. And if you guys have a recommendation for an RO system, please drop it in the comments. I'm in the market officially. Clearly I can't sustain my garden with just a distiller. So I am in the market for something that's going to help me keep up with my systems. I am from Canada. Somebody was asking in the chat, by the way. I'm not just randomly saying I'm from Canada. All right, so I'm gonna get this going a little bit. I'm gonna bring some of this water over here. I'll take you guys with me in a second. I'm gonna bring you guys over for my setup so you guys can just hang out and watch. So again, for those of you that just joined, this is my aeroponic indoor grow tent. So I gotta clean my camera, it's dirty. This is my indoor grow tent where I grow all of my own food all year round, and we are setting up the second today. Just gotta... There we go, that's better. All right, so I'm gonna talk you guys through what I'm doing in a little bit. I'm just gonna set myself up, and then we're gonna get into it. Did you guys just see that? I totally missed the bucket. All right, so that's 40 liters. at least I got myself some nice new jugs. Because these always break and then I have nothing to carry them with, so I'm glad I have handles now. Alright, so that was 44. So I need 72 liters total. I'm at 52 right now. So for those of you watching that just joined, we're setting up the second bucket system today. Today's live is going to be about filling it with water, filling it with nutrients, transplanting our new seedlings. We have so many seedlings that gotta get in their forever home like now or yesterday. So that's what's gonna happen today. This morning I came into the tent and I did just not really planning, I just decided where everything's gonna go. So I'm going to try, rather than using hydroclay, what's up Vincent, and what's up ProPyro? Of course you like the Dutch buckets because you're Dutch, but yes, the Dutch buckets are so great. Hey me style, happy Saturday. You guys, today's gonna be a lot of fun. We got a lot going on. It's gonna be a busy one, that's why I just jumped right into it. So yes, we've got 8 cucumber seedlings, 8 beltlings. So all of those are actually going to go in the 4 vessel buckets with foam collars. I used to feel like the cucumbers needed to be in a 1 vessel bucket, but you know what? We're going to try it. Collars in the 4 vessel bucket. It's only 1 inch difference, and the roots themselves, I think there will be enough room in the bottom of the bucket. We're gonna see, and if it's in the foam collar and there's 4 to a vessel and it's not enough space, then no worries. We're going to just, it's so easy to transfer from a foam collar to hydroclay, but not necessarily the opposite. So worst comes to worst, we can always move it if we have to. We're not gonna fill the 1 vessel buckets yet unless tomatoes have rooted. We put some new tomato plants in the tower, some cuttings from our pruning the other day. We're going to root them, and we're also going to get those in the bucket. So we've got bell peppers, cucumbers, tomatoes, 2 tomato plants, and then I'm working on the eggplant and I'm working on the melons, but nothing sprouted yet. So I think we're going to have to re-germinate the eggplant seeds. I think I effed up, you guys. All right, so I'm going to bring more water over to the buckets. Look what I got, you guys. I went to Walmart and I got water. So we're good now. So I'm just going to, because I need the system to circulate for a little bit while I take you on the tent tour and while we chat and whatever, I'm filling it now before we get into things. All right, so I've got 50 liters of water. It's gonna be 56. So the water return is already starting to come back. So we almost have enough. That's 56, 60, 68 liters of water now. What's up, Krogan? Oh my God. Krogan, I love your garden. Hang on a sec. I gotta talk about this. You guys, hello from work. I'm so glad you're tuning in while you're at work. Last night, I don't know if you guys heard about the Garden Cultivation Network, you should go check it out. Every Friday they do lives and show off different gardens. And yesterday it was so cool. I got to meet Krogan or Krogan. I don't know how to pronounce your handle, but I call you Krogan. But yeah, I got to see his garden, and wow, you guys, what an incredible space. Beautiful garden, and I'm so envious of your raspberry bushes. Wow, so I really enjoyed watching that yesterday. Thank you for sharing your garden. If you guys haven't watched, you should go tune in. They repost the live, so it was last night. Cultivation Network, go check it out. Krogan's garden is awesome. By the way, the sub count is now 992, says Pro Pyro. Oh, you think I don't know that? I've been watching it all day long. I'm like, refresh, come on. So you guys, we've got 68 liters. I'm going to add in a little bit more. MF Clone, hey Princess and gang, just passing through, leaving a like. I'm doing a little bit of sea fishing today. Oh, MF Clone, I envy you. You enjoy that sea fishing and you have a wonderful weekend. Thank you so much for stopping by. You guys are so great. I appreciate you guys. Even if we don't get to 1,000, I'm happy with who I got here, guys. We're good. We have fun. I don't know if you can tell I'm super energetic today because I'm very excited. I actually started the day off tired, but now that I have water, I feel good. So, we got 68 liters. I'm gonna add in 4 more liters to make it 72. 72 is the good amount for the water return to continuously keep working and the pump to pick that up and recirculate it through the system. For those of you that just joined, I'm going to give you some context and some background in a minute. I have a bit of a waiting period, so I'm just trying to get things done before that so that I can chat while things circulate. So we're going back, one more jug, one more to go. Cool. Mia Lifestyle says, I wish I could be sea fishing. That's okay, you got lake fishing. Plus, I think you get less seasick with the lake because it's not as choppy as the ocean, you know? All right. Welcome to the grow tent, you guys. Now I could chill for a minute while that circulates. So, just gonna take you guys around. Before we go for the tent tour, I'm just gonna flip the camera. We're just checking for any leaks. So they're by the reservoir, just because I missed the reservoir when I was trying to pour the water in true clumsy Fresh Princess fashion. But as you can see, the nozzles, everything's working correctly. I've gone around to make sure. So everything is operational, and I'm just gonna give you guys a little bit of background about how it works before we hop into the tent tour. So this is called a Dutch bucket system. It's a series of buckets that are all connected through lines. There is a main reservoir, there is a pump. The pump filter sits in the reservoir. The water inlet sucks the water from the reservoir through here, through the outlet line, and the outlet line feeds all of these lines down here. So all these are connected, and then each bucket waters. Mia Lifestyle says, I love your dedication to your garden. Thank you so much. Honestly, it's a bit of a newfound dedication. It's like you dedicate yourself a little bit, you see the results, and then it makes you want to dedicate yourself more. In the past, I haven't even really dedicated myself 100%, and so I never saw the results, and then I just gave up. But now, I'm consistent because I see the results of consistency on your garden. And I posted a reel on Instagram yesterday, and I tried to put it on YouTube, but it got flagged for copyright music. But I'll fix it and put it back up. But I was just talking about how patience, dedication, consistency, repeat. That's literally what it's all about, at least for me personally. And once you got that, those fundamentals, everything else just happens and grows. Life always just finds a way. Vince says I'm hooked on hydroponics. Me too, except aeroponics. So for those of you watching, if you have any RO system, reverse osmosis system recommendations, please drop it in the comments. I am definitely looking for one. You know, nothing too pricey, just something that's going to sustain my systems. Like I said, the tent itself without the second bucket system right now usually requires 132 liters of water per week. And my output right now with my distiller, if I'm on it every 3 hours on the dot, then I get 140 liters of water. So I only have 8 extra liters, and I gotta save for watering my seedlings or anything else I might need. What's up, Brian? Thank you for hanging out. Thank you guys for hanging out with me, by the way. Hope everyone's having a great weekend so far. It's a beautiful day outside today, and it's hot. I posted a short this morning about my outdoor garden. Despite it getting destroyed by earwigs, we did a little bit of Lost Coast plant therapy this morning, and it's doing much better. So on that note, I'm going to take you guys for the tent tour. Today's a beautiful day in the grow tent. We got so much growing on, and let's get to it, you guys. Let's get to it, because this is the best part. Well, at least for me. I don't know for you guys, but all right. So the reason for today is this. These seedlings are ready to go, so it's time to get them into their forever home, the bucket system. What's up, jackashes? Thanks for hanging out. So these are all bell peppers, and over there, those are tomatillos. For those of you that don't know what tomatillos are, they are a green tomato. You can use them in a salsa or in salads, and we're gonna get them in the bucket system. You need more than water to cross-pollinate, which is why I have 2. I only had 4 seeds left, and thank goodness 2 of them sprouted. So we're gonna get them in the buckets, and we are going to get fruit this time, because if you guys have been following along, I'm so new to this aeroponic journey, and my first tomatillo plant, or my second grow, I had tomatillos, got no fruit. I had cucumber plants, got no fruit. I had eggplant plants, got no fruit. I had, what else did I have? I had something else that I got no fruit. Oh, watermelon, zinnia flowers. Like, I've had so many plants that haven't produced. So now I'm just really grateful that we made it this far. So here is the orange tower. They are thriving. Brian C says pheromones. That's really interesting. Is that the reason for needing to cross-pollinate? If that's, drop it in the comments. I'm definitely curious. Krogan says, I think you can use the water from dehumidifier if it's high quality. Interesting. I know dehumidifiers use distilled water. Sorry, I'm thinking about a humidifier. Really? Dehumidifiers? Huh. I wonder what filtering process it goes through, but that's interesting. So this is the orange grow tower. The water trickles through the inner walls of the tower. The roots get periodically watered. I've got parsley. I've got some nice dill. I've got some romaine. I've got some kale. More parsley. I've got, look at this sage, you guys. It's just beautiful. Look at these leaves. Smells great too. We just got a lot of herbs going on. Look at this, all this lettuce and basil, and it's just a beautiful thing, you guys. These are the tomatoes that I took the cuttings from. I want to root them in the tower because we are going to get them in the bucket system. So no roots yet, but maybe in a couple days. We got another one back there. And thank you so much, Jack Ashes. Jack Ashes says the orange tower looks great. And You know what? I'm biased, but I'm gonna have to agree. Yellow towers looking just as good, you guys. Slowly coming along, but we do have the curly leaf parsley poppin'. Will I make a video on grafting? Yes, I actually totally want to learn grafting. I've seen some really cool videos about this woman that took a tomato cutting and grafted it onto a potato plant, and she had potatoes down below and tomatoes up top, which is freaking awesome. So I want to try to do that. How cool would it be to like graft tomato on a pepper plant or something? So drop it in the comments what you guys want to see me graft, and I'm gonna learn it. We're gonna try it. Like I said, it's all one big experiment, you guys. So you know, let's have fun. And Mia Lifestyle, so close to 1K. Yes, I can't wait, you guys. We're gonna do this together. But even if we don't, it's all good because we all have fun. Krogan says, or AC, don't filter, the water condenses. Huh, interesting. Actually, that's a good idea. It's kind of how a distiller works too, right? It's the condensation that you're pretty much collecting. So very, very interesting and innovative. So yeah, full of parsley. We're gonna have some good tabbouleh salads this summer with our fresh tomatoes. These are going to be planted outside later this afternoon if it's not too hot out, maybe in the evening. They are flowers that I started in my system. This is the green tower. You guys, look how quick it grew. My goodness, we already have almost, like, it's going to be a full head soon. Well, a couple weeks. But by the time the orange tower is harvested, so that's going to last me a couple weeks of entree, like full out entree size salads. And then by the time that's done, this is going to be ready for me and it's going to be so fresh. So I'm very, very, very excited about that. And so I've got different varieties, right? I've got romaine, and then I don't know what this is, but this is, I think it's butter crunch lettuce. And these are the reason why I rush to get the bucket system going. These are my cucumber plants. These guys are going to go in the 3-inch net pots in the foam collars right there. They are looking pretty good, but the roots are getting long and they kind of need a place to go. They're going to outgrow the tower. So I've got 3 different varieties growing, and we are going to get those in the buckets. I think this variety is going to be the Armenian cucumber because those are long and skinny cucumbers. And I don't know, sometimes I find that the leaves are kind of an indication of what the fruit is going to be. So yes, and then the buckets, that's my favorite part to show you guys. So as you guys know, we have a calcium deficiency, and okay, if I try grafting by yourself, don't forget to make a video. Everything is content, you guys. I film everything I do, so don't you worry. We're gonna try grafting and I'm gonna document it. Happy Saturday, Mr. Organics. I was just talking about the Garden Cultivation Network. I thoroughly enjoyed last night's show. If you guys haven't already, go subscribe to their page and go check out their videos. Every Friday they do a live where people get to show off their grow spaces and their gardens, and I absolutely love that. It's just so fun to see what other people are up to, what they're growing, sharing information. Like I said, I really enjoyed seeing Krogan's garden, so thank you guys for putting that show on and sharing everyone's grow journey with the grow community. You guys are doing God's work. Just kidding, but you guys are doing a great job, so I appreciate the work that you guys do. But yeah, so buckets. I've got bell peppers galore. They're getting so big and they still haven't stopped growing, which is insane. I wonder how big they're gonna get. I think eventually they've got to start changing color, right? But yeah, we got a lot of flowers, a lot of new growth, and I mean, this sucker is just so freaking big. Holy moly. We got just little jalapenos popping everywhere, you guys. I don't know if you guys just saw it. Look at that pollen. Do you guys see that? That's insane. There's so much pollen on the plants. It makes quite the mess, but I think it means they're happy. So we have quite an abundance of jalapenos right now. If anyone lives in GTA and wants some, come get them. We've got them in nice Ogo net pots. I love the purple. Do a little root check for you guys. Check that out. Roots looking so good. Doing a little A and B testing. I've got a plant in the foam collar in my regular net pot, and then I've got the Ogo net pot with some clay pebbles. So we'll see which one does better, if one does better. They're both looking great. So and then I'm just gonna flip around here for a minute and show you guys the poblano peppers. I've never grown poblano peppers, and I'm very, very excited for those. They look beautiful. They look great. So I don't know how big they're gonna get. I think they get maybe like twice this size, but we'll find out. And then I think this plant is habanero. It's very stunted. I don't know what happened to it. I think it's just got like a calcium deficiency. We've got a pepper there. I just don't know what kind of pepper it is, but it does look like it's going to be a habanero. It's got that round kind of structure to it. So those are the peppers, you guys. Oh, I'll show you guys this one from the bottom here. Look at that. It's freaking massive. What the heck? I've never grown peppers this big. So very proud. Moving along down the line, one more pepper plant to show you guys. This is the best one. I always save the best for last. Check that out. How stunning and striking are these purple peppers. They're actually growing quite vigorously right now, and they're supposed to ripen to 5 different colors. And so as the ripening happens, we're going to see a kaleidoscope of different colors. So I've got 2 of those right here. Show you guys a root check. Looking good, looking good. Oh wow, look at all that. Wow, it's a lot of roots, guys. So these root systems are quite large. I think the cucumbers will be fine in a 4-vessel bucket. They're similar to watermelon, right? And we've got 4 watermelon to a bucket right here, and the watermelons are doing just fine. We will have a bag for the trellis to support the fruit, because look, guys, our first watermelon. This is my first time growing a sugar baby watermelon, and it's about the size of a nickel right now. I haven't used change in a really long time, so I'm trying to remember what size a nickel is, but yeah, it's about the size of a nickel. So this is a sugar baby watermelon. I had to hand pollinate it in order to get the fruit. So just to give you guys an example, this is one that get pollinated properly. It used to be a little round ball, and then it shriveled up and died. Right here, this one, I think we pollinated it properly because it's been growing. But right here, man, this is it. I'm very excited. I was just watching a YouTube video right before I got on that this guy said that he cut the stem after the watermelon so that it could focus its energy on the watermelon, the current watermelon that's growing. So I don't know. Here's another one that we pollinated. We're gonna have to pollinate it again because the flower's open. So we're gonna do that right after I finish this little tent tour. We're gonna go around and pollinate. Look, we got another one to pollinate. So it looks like it's going to be a summer-filled watermelon. And we've got our second watermelon. I didn't even know this one was here. So we discovered it together, you guys. But this is a sugar baby watermelon, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I've never grown sugar baby watermelons. Similar to cucumbers, zucchini, cucumbers, zucchini, and pumpkins, they do require hand pollination. And check out those roots, you guys. Looking good. Looking real good. And my strawberry plant is just so, yeah, it's just doing great. It's very bushy. All the leaves are getting quite large. It's very green. It just looks beautiful, and it's starting to produce runners. So have root balls. I can actually put a root ball right here and root it, but I'm gonna wait till it gets a little bit longer. We're gonna stick it in the next foam collar, and once it roots, we just cut the runner right there, and now you've got yourself an additional strawberry plant. So that is what I love about strawberries. Somebody's saying, what's that sponge thing? can we directly grow it in soil or remove that thing before? So you can grow any of these plants in soil, but this is aeroponics, so no soil, just water. So either you can use clay pebbles as a grow medium, or you can use foam collars. In my short time of growing and in my short experience, I really love the foam collars. I think they're great. I think there's a lot of air circulation and oxygen for the roots, and the more oxygen they get, better nutrient uptake they get. And so I just think, for me, I personally love the foam collars, and that is my choice of grow medium. I'm actually working on a video of all the different grow mediums that you can use in these applications, but yeah, it's honestly, there's no right or wrong. It's whatever works for you. Got some water spraying up here, but whatever. All right, these are flowers. So I'm growing an outdoor garden, and I have zinnia flowers and dahlia flowers. And so these were meant to go outside. I was just gonna start them in the aeroponic system to get a head start, but I've actually decided to keep them in the aeroponic system and do some A and B testing, see how they do outside in soil versus inside. Now, dahlias don't like too much watering. I think these are getting a little overwatered, not sure. So we'll see how they go. They're gonna form tubers eventually, and we're gonna see what happens. Will we get flowers? And here is our zinnia plant. We've got a ton of buds happening, and right over here are a couple flowers that were growing from it that I harvested. What's up, Death Squad? Happy Saturday. Thank you so much for hanging out. Like I said, today's gonna be a fun live, you guys, so I'm glad you guys are here. We are setting up the second system and getting some new plants in, bringing some new life to the garden today. So these are the zinnias. This is a peach Cinderella variety, and this one, it was called Giant Joy Mix, but it's not really giant. It's actually quite small, but pretty. I have to stat water out though, because I had it under the lights for a video, and then I got a little bit of algae, but that's okay. Cucumber plant. Let me show you the cucumber plant. It is doing so well. We've got a cucumber there, a couple over there, one up here, another one over here, and a random one down there. So we're gonna have some hand pollination today, but there's a few things along the process today where there's a bit of a waiting period, and so all these things that have to get done, we're gonna do during those waiting periods. So we're gonna put in some hydrogen peroxide into the bucket system, and then let that circulate. While it circulates, we're gonna pollinate. And then tomatoes, you guys. Tomatoes have been so abundant, especially the last few days since I pruned on the live. We're gonna have to clean this up, but yeah, we have a lot of flowers happening, like crazy amount. Had a bit of a nutrient deficiency here, which I think has since been resolved, but we'll see what happens. But tons of new growth. These are indeterminate tomatoes, which means they just continuously produce throughout the season. I've grown determinate varieties before where they set fruit once and then one and done. And so for hydro or aeroponics, if you're looking to grow tomatoes, I recommend an indeterminate variety. So these are tricolor cherry tomatoes, and we got some that are beginning to ripen. This is orange. These are more of a brown. I don't have my reds yet. I don't know which plant is going to be the red one, but we do have a little bit of ripening. But as you can see, just so many tomatoes coming up, a lot of flower clusters, a lot of good growth, and our heart-shaped tomatoes are finally starting to ripen. I had some heart-shaped tomatoes grow, and I think they had some kind of deficiency because they were definitely struggling. Yeah, I don't know what happened. It looks, I don't know if these are going to be good. Death Squad says, I harvested my first cucumber today and the first bite is heavenly. Oh my gosh, a big congratulations to Death Squad. I know how rewarding that can be. So I am so happy for you, and I'm so excited for you. That is awesome. Proud of you. What's up, Ray Cassis? Happy Saturday. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I really appreciate you guys. We're gonna have some fun on today's live. Can you tell I'm excited? I'm in really good spirits. Every time it's time to so let me backtrack. When you're done a grow, it's the worst when you gotta take everything apart, clean everything. It's like the worst part of the process. I freaking hate it, but it must be done because cleanliness is key. However, when it's time to do the fun part and fill your system up and just watch it run and then get plants in it, it is the best feeling, at least for me personally. I literally get high off this shit. So I can't wait. I'm very, very excited. Vincent says, have a great day, everyone. Gotta run. Always a pleasure, Princess. Thank you so. Always a pleasure having you guys on the live with me. Honestly, you keep me company and you make it fun for me. So I do talk a lot though, so tasks take longer than they normally would. So maybe it's not the most efficient, but it's the most fun. And who can argue with that, right? So we prune every Tuesday, but it looks like we're gonna have to prune again, you guys. Tomatoes everywhere, just like growing out the trellis. All right. Time for the fun part. So right now I have 72 liters of water in the bucket system. So I am going to add some hydrogen peroxide in small amounts, 3% hydrogen peroxide. So I use 29%. I dilute it to 3%, and I let that run in my system for a little bit first. So I set my timer for an hour. So the water's just gonna run for an hour. So while the hydrogen peroxide circulates and all that stuff, we're gonna get all our seedlings prepped into the foam collars, into the net pots, and then we're gonna add calcium and put those babies in their new home. And then later this afternoon, I will add so these ones are not going to be on the bloom fertilizer like this bucket system. These ones are going to be on the grow fertilizer. So when they are just in a vegetative state, from seedling stage to right before they're going to start flowering, or if you're growing lettuce, then you just use this the whole way through. But plants that flower will eventually have to go on the bloom. So as most of you guys know, I use general hydroponics, love general hydroponics. But we're going to be branching out and trying some other fertilizers too, and so I can share that with you guys to see what. But yeah, it's going to be good. All right, so I'm going to get my hydrogen peroxide. So 72. Sorry guys, 1 second. My brain is freezing right now. I'm trying to do some math to figure out how much hydrogen peroxide I should add. All right, so I need to add 18 tablespoons. I add in 1 tablespoon for every 4 liters of water of 3% hydrogen peroxide. Actually, what? I'm gonna go get my gloves. Hang on. What's up, Canadian outdoor strain? Thank you guys for hanging out. I was just saying, today's gonna be a fun day. We're setting up our second bucket system. We're getting our seedlings in their new home. So right now I'm adding some 3% hydrogen peroxide to the system, and we're just gonna let that circulate. And then we're gonna go in and add our seedlings / nutrients, and we're off to the races. All right, so that's 1 tablespoon of 3% hydrogen peroxide per jug of water. So for every 4 liters of water, I add in 1 tablespoon of hydrogen peroxide. I've had a couple grows, or sorry, 1 grow where I didn't, and my grow suffered because I got like crazy root rot and stuff. But this grow, or my second grow, I decided to start implementing it, and it's made a significant impact on the root health. And so now I preach to people all the time, use hydrogen peroxide in your system in small amounts. I'm still not sure how it affects the nutrients. I used to, okay, I mean, I probably shouldn't be admitting this, but I'm so new, right? You guys, I've never done this before. So I actually used to put everything in one. So I'd put in 1 tablespoon of hydrogen peroxide. I'd put in my fertilizer, my nutrients, my base nutrients, and I'd also add my calcium, which I discovered in my second grow. Add everything into 1 jug. I hear something rap. I'd add everything into 1 jug and then just add it all to my reservoir in 1 shot. And I got so many people being like, what are you doing? Because hydrogen peroxide could, I guess, counteract the nutrients. So then I also had other people reach out to me and tell me that I shouldn't be adding calcium with my nutrients. I should be adding it in after, so that I don't get nutrient lockout. Because if you add in your nutrients at the same time as your calcium, I think there's something with the minerals that don't react well with each other, something where they kind of cancel each other out, and then your plant isn't uptaking anything. So the goal is to, so now what I've been doing is I'm adding in hydrogen peroxide. I let that run for like, I don't know, an hour. Then I add in my calcium, and I wait minimum 20 minutes. Usually I do it within a span of a few hours. So hydrogen peroxide in the morning, then I'll come in the afternoon, add my calcium, and then a couple hours later I'll come back and I'll add my nutrients. And so far so good. It looks like my plants are taking the nutrients. In the beginning I was a little bit nervous about the tomato plants. They started getting a bit of a calcium deficiency, but that's because I don't know, with calcium, I guess I know a lot of people joke about it, so sometimes I'm like, I feel ashamed to use too much calcium. So I realized that it's necessary, and I've been using it now, but yes, always use it first for anything else. So yes, my tomato plant is quite tall. So they are about, I would say, 3 feet off the ground. And I don't know. Oh, you know what? I'll tell you right now how tall they are. I don't know if I can do a very good job at this, but they are just over 4 feet. So they are 52 inches. 52 inches, so 4 feet and 4 inches. kind of off topic, but what foliar sprays do you use? I use XA seaweed, but looking for additional organic inputs if you have advice. Mine are lush and great so far. Wow, that is awesome, Dr. Green Thumb. First of all, thank you for hanging on. Thank you for joining. So in terms of foliar sprays, I know that you can use these nutrients as foliar sprays. I haven't tried it. The only thing I've tried is a foliar spray. So I really try not to spray anything on my plants if I can help it, because I trying to keep things as like natural as possible. But I have used the Cali Magic as a foliar spray. I know it does well on my plants. I have a bottle of Optic Foliar. I've never used it. I still have to do a bit more research before I start implementing. Before I start implementing in my garden, I do want to do a bit more research. I don't know how I feel, and no slight towards Optic Foliar. I know this is a great product. I have a lot of friends in the grow community that use it. I just don't know about spraying something with the lights on. Their whole marketing or their whole product is based on spraying with the lights on. And so I've never tried it. It makes me nervous to spray with the lights on. When I first started growing, I didn't know that you had to wait till it was evening time or dark time or whatever to spray. So I would just spray stuff on my leaves when the lights were on, and I burnt everything, and I learned that real quick. And for overall just health and preventive measures, I've used this as a foliar spray. This is Pure Crop 1. I've used it to, okay, Mr. Organics vouches for it. That overgrow is amazing. I spray with it with the lights on all the time. Okay, so I don't know. I guess it's just minerals, right? Like, I wonder if there's anything else. So again, you guys, I'm really new at this, so I might say something stupid, so don't come at me, but like, are there, like, well, I know probably synthetic minerals, but are there like hormones or something in this? Like, why is it called overgrow and work? So because I'm growing organic food and I'm trying to get away from the like the chemicals and the sprays and all that stuff, I don't know, I'm nervous to use it, but if you guys vouch for it, I will try. I will for sure try it. So yes, what's up, Les? Thank you for joining. Happy Saturday. Was doing stuff around the house and lost track of time. No worries, man. Better late than never. Death Squad says almost at 1K. I know, you guys. I'm so excited. It's going to be great. But even if we don't reach it, like, whatever. Well, not whatever. I'm working hard to reach a certain goal, but you know, I enjoy just hanging out with you guys, and so I appreciate it all. I couldn't grow it that tall in soil, and you did it without it. Such an appreciation thing. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And you know what? A lot of people hate on me for this, but I totally forgot what I was going to say. Oh yeah, aeroponics, the growth is like way sped up. So maybe it's just because it's grown aeroponically is the reason why it's reaching such a certain height, and also prune quite aggressively. So yeah. So all right, well then it's settled. I'm going to be trying this. Honestly, I don't even know what it's for. It can be sprayed with the lights on. No need to adjust pH of spray solution. I guess it's just to help the growth of your plants to grow more vigorously. So yeah, we're going to try this, but Dr. Green Thumb, you can try that. Or what I've been using recently on my outdoor garden is the Lost Coast Plant Therapy. Lost Coast Plant Therapy is so awesome. I love it. It is great for PM, for pests, for all that kind of stuff, or just for general maintenance of your plants. What's up? Seymour Cannabis. Happy Saturday, you guys. Thank you for hanging out with me. We are currently running our second bucket system. We are getting it ready because we're going to transfer some seedlings this afternoon. So you can see the water return is happening. We've got our hydrogen peroxide in there. It's going to circulate, and I think we're ready to go, guys. I think it's time to grab our first seedlings and get them in the bucket system. And this is one of my favorite parts about growing. I I love it. I love it. I can't get enough. I'm addicted, and I love setting up a new system, and it's just great. Also, for those of you here, if any of you have any recommendations for a reverse osmosis system, an RO system, I am going to I'm gonna need one because I can't sustain my systems just one water distiller. Why don't you try saffron? I would love to try saffron, but I think it has. Here's my challenge. In my garden, specifically in this bucket, I have so many different plants that have so many different requirements, and a lot of them thrive in different climates or with different nutrients. And so I think saffron is one of the things. Same thing, we were going to grow corn. We started corn seeds on a live early on when I started doing these lives, and then I realized that it has some different requirements than anything else. So it involves a little bit of research, and I'd have to understand what the saffron plant's needs are in order to be able to grow it successfully alongside everything else. And even though I cook with it, I don't use it enough to justify sacrificing everything else to grow that. So we'll see, but I could be completely wrong. It'll be fine in a shared system with everything else. I don't think it'll do well in the grow tower. It'll probably get overwatered. But you know what? Maybe I should try it. We are going to try. So I have coffee berry. What is it? Oh my God. I'm like blanking. They're coffee bean, the coffee berry tree or plant or bush or whatever that produces coffee beans that you roast to make coffee. I have those seeds, so we are going to pop those. And the goal is also to grow some other kinds of berries in here. Raspberries, blueberries. I know they grow in bushes, but I think it could work aeroponically. Take some time, but we'll see. But right now, I'm just really excited about my watermelon. The watermelon for me is like, I can't wait, you guys. I've never grown an aeroponic watermelon before, and I know it takes time, but it's already getting so big. And for those of you that just joined, check it out. It's right there. I don't even have to go far for you guys to see it. Right there. Look at it. And I've got a second one going right there. Yay. Watermelon. All right. It's time. We're gonna go get our seedlings. I'm finally gonna stop talking and we're gonna get our seedlings. Do I need more than one blueberry bush to produce? You know what? I probably do. I feel like I should ask Krogan about that. I saw his garden yesterday on the Garden Cultivation Network, and beautiful garden, and he had like a whole series of raspberry bushes. So with raspberries, it's possible, and with blueberries, sure. What is 3G cutting? I don't know what you mean by that. All right, let's get our seedlings. So I'm just gonna go and do one more check on these buckets, make things good, because once the plants are in, they're in. So guys, sorry. Just making sure everything's working. Got a little bit of a mess going on, you guys. Got some nozzle issues. All right, all fixed. Dr. Green Thumb says, I see your inside, and I don't know if this applies, but outdoor, I've sprayed half my tomato plants with leftover diluted coffee. Yes, I know. Coffee, actually, I think was it nitrogen or phosphorus? It's high in one of them, or potassium, I don't know. It's high in one of them, and I've used coffee grounds in my outdoor garden. So indoor, I'd have to probably, I don't know, dilute it somehow to put it in my system. But yes, I'm sure you could use coffee. Les says, I know you could do Hascat berries. Oh, I know with Hascat berries you do. I don't even know what those are. Just it up. You need at least plants from at least 2 compatible varieties. Interesting. I didn't know that. That's like the tomatillo plants. You need more than one in order to pollinate successfully. Yes. All right. So far we've got no leaks. I was just checking to see if we have, so one more time for those of you that just joined, I've got 2 Dutch bucket systems. One of them has plants in it, and the second one we are to fill up. I started cucumbers in the grow tower. I've got cucumbers that are going to be going in. We have 9 cucumber plants. They're going to be going along this back wall here. 8 cucumber plants, I think. They're going along the back, and they're going to just climb up on that back trellis right here. And then the peppers are going to go right in front of them. And the peppers don't really require a trellis. This is how they grow, like more tree-like. So they are supported enough. And then back there, we're gonna take some of our tomato cuttings, which we've put in the tower to root them. So I have here in the orange tower, I have a tomato cutting, and we took it from the plant yesterday or 2 days ago on Thursday. So it takes about 4 to 5 days to form roots, at which point we're gonna get it in the buckets, and we're just gonna get more tomatoes, you guys. And then we germinated some tomatillos. Those are also gonna go in the 4 vessel buckets next to the cucumbers. And I also have eggplant that I have to, we germinated eggplant, but I let it dry out, and so we're gonna have to germinate some more. So that's gonna be probably tomorrow, providing that I get everything done today. Tomorrow we are going to be starting eggplant in order to transfer into the buckets. Do you have a seedling system in this room? No, if anything, I need it to warm up in here. It's cold in here right now. It's 72 degrees on that side and 73 on that side. So it should be, normally it's 75 in here, but I don't know why it's so cold. Probably because the air conditioning. Because this is a grow tent in a space that's air conditioned. So sometimes when it's hot outside and the air conditioning goes higher, it's hard to keep the tent warm. So I have to either, it can be challenging. So I usually turn off the exhaust on those days, which I'm gonna actually check if it's off right now. So I just turned it off, but it was on halfway, so no wonder it's so cold in here. I usually do a better job at monitoring the temperature, but I'm just yapping too much today. All right, gonna go get my seedlings. I'll take you guys with me, because the first thing we are going to transfer, what do you guys want to transfer first? You guys want to transfer the cucumbers first? Let's do the cucumbers first. I'm gonna get, just gonna use this as a tray. I'm actually gonna bring you guys on the tripod. All right, so we are going to remove our cucumber plants. Look at that, you guys. It's gonna be so much happier in the bucket system. I can't wait for you guys to follow along with this. You're gonna see how quickly things are gonna thrive. Death Squad says, little cucumbers looking great so far. Thank you so much. I agree, but I'm biased. So these guys are a little bit slower growth rate. I think it's gonna be the same variety as this one. So the three varieties that I'm growing are called lemon cucumber, which is a cucumber that looks like a lemon, tastes like a cucumber. Another variety is called Armenian cucumber. They're long and skinny and are great when pickled. And the other is salt and pepper cucumber. It's got a bit of a peppery flavor to it. So I think that's it. We've got 8 plants total, which is perfect because that'll fill up 2 buckets. So this is what we're transplanting right now into the bucket system. Bring them to our workstation. we're gonna go get our 3-inch net pots. We're gonna pause the water because once I remove a net pot, you get a mess on the bucket top, and the goal is to prevent any kind of algae growth. So we're just gonna actually remove the bucket altogether, the lid. And just to give you guys context, each bucket is a reservoir of water, and once it reaches a certain level in the bucket, that's when it starts to drain, and then that's where you see the water return coming into play. There's a center column there where the water runs down once it's reached a certain level in the bucket. All right, guys, this is the fun part. At least for me it is. I really enjoy transferring seedlings. I mean, I don't even know if I should call these seedlings anymore. They're pretty big, and they have... At what point do you not call it a seedling? When it's got like 3 true leaves? What do you... So right now they are... somebody's asking, is it summer there? Yes, summer, and it's hot. So these are moving from a 2-inch net pot to a 3-inch net pot. Right now, the current cucumber plant that I have is in a 4-inch net pot with hydroclay. I don't have 4-inch foam collars, and I haven't tried growing cucumber collars. This is my first time right now, and so I really want them to be in a foam collar in the bucket system because I really believe in the foam collars. Okay, so I'm gonna flip you guys around. We're gonna be doing a little bit of surgery, you guys. We're gonna have to untangle the roots from the net pot, so I'm actually gonna get this here. I'm gonna just go get 4 more net pots. Be right back. All right, so I've got 8. We have 8 cucumber plants to transfer, and just gonna flip you guys around. Woo! All right. So, do all these systems run on solar energy? No, I'm not that advanced yet. It's electricity, but not solar powered. All right, so I moved the foam collar, but now the challenge is untangling the roots from the original net pot. You know, sometimes when there's like too much growth before you transplant, it can make it challenging to transfer out of the net pot. But it's okay if there's a little bit of breakage on the roots, as long as they're intact for the most part. I am not too concerned. I broke one. That's okay. For the most part. Okay, so this is what we lost. No big deal. Plants are so resilient, you guys. So here we have our, I think this is going to be an Armenian cucumber, and it's already growing quickly. It's not developing any tendrils yet, but soon. So we're going to grab, I'm actually going to remove all of these first, and then we're going to just throw them all at the same time in the net pots. It'll be more efficient that way. So I'm going to grab all of the same variety. So this one's going to be easy. As I said, before they reach a certain growth stage, it's actually easy to move from the net pot because it doesn't grow like intertwined in it. So here we are, removing it from the foam collar. Baby little root system. We're going to put that one next to here because they're the same variety. And I've got one more of that variety. And so you also want to be careful, right? I've had it before where I just rip the foam collar out and I actually break the roots from the stem. Sometimes I'm not very gentle, and you really have to have finesse when you do this. All right, so there we go. Now I've got, I think, one more of the same variety. No, this looks like a different, no, this looks like the same variety. Perfect, 4. So those 4 are going to be 4 to a bucket. Oh, I actually have one additional plant that I didn't realize, so I actually have 9. I thought I had 9. I said 9 earlier, and then I corrected myself to 8. All right. So yeah, I'll just flip you guys around here so I can talk to you while I do this. But yeah, guys, this is the fun part for me. I just really enjoy transplanting seedlings. It's, I don't know, it's just fun to see them like on the first day that they go in the system and how they progress. So I just like watching the growth and the progress. It is definitely fun. So here, got my little cucumber seedling. Look how cute that is. So I can kind of tell which varieties are the same. I germinated 4 of each variety, but I think I had 2 varieties that only 3 sprouted, so. We've got another little one here. Look how cute, you guys. So I think these ones are the lemon cucumbers because they're smaller, and lemon cucumbers are smaller. And for some reason, I have this theory, like the peppers, that the leaves, because I'm horrible at labeling, just to give you guys context. I really am bad at labeling when I germinate. And so with the pepper plants, it's interesting, the smaller varieties have smaller leaves. The long and skinnier varieties have long and skinnier leaves. So I think there's a connection between the leaves and the fruit. And so if there is any correlation, and if that's true, then that would mean that this is the Armenian cucumber because of the way the leaves are. And if you guys know it, you'll see what I'm talking about. It's like a long and skinny cucumber. And this one, I think it's gonna be a lemon cucumber because they're quite small. They're just smaller than a tennis ball. Well, they're kind of like a smaller lemon, but it's a cucumber. And then salt and pepper cucumbers are kind of like the straight 8 cucumbers. They are, I think they reach like 6 inches or something. And so these kind of look similar to the one I'm growing right now. So if that's true, then I think I know which is which. I can relate to labeling or lack of. LOL, we all can, I think, right? Because it's like the intention is always there, and I have all the tools to label, but then I don't do it. Or I do, but then I move things around, and then I forget what's what. All right, so here, these ones, the root system is more long rather than like bushy, for lack of a better way to describe it. And it makes it easy to remove from the net pot. But once they go in the buckets, you'll see we're gonna get a stronger root system, especially with the foam collars, especially. More cucumbers means I'll need better air circulation. Les says, oh, I'll remember what it is. Yeah, right, exactly. I suck at labeling this, but we're gonna see if my theory is right. If the leaves are any indication of what the fruit is, like if there's a correlation between the shape of the leaves and the fruit, then I know I'm gonna be right. Got a bit of algae here. We do have hydrogen peroxide in the water, so I think it'll be fine. You know what? I might do a little root rinse just because I'm actually not concerned, but I don't want any algae. I'm starting off strong and I don't want any issues. Hey, did I reach 1K? I didn't realize. I'm not looking, right? I can't see, but yay! Thank you guys so much for hanging out and watching. Honestly, every time I reach a milestone, then I lose a couple and I'm like, I'm back to 999, but I'm just kidding. I haven't looked yet, but you guys are the messenger, so if that's the case, woohoo, we did it. Now I gotta reach 2K, and I'm gonna need your help, guys. All right, so we're gonna actually do a quick root rinse. I'm going to use this lid, and I'm going to fill it with hydrogen peroxide. Thank you so much, Ray Cass. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. So I've got hydrogen peroxide. I'm going to just pour a little bit, and I'm just going to kind of rinse off my roots. Don't want to risk getting algae in the bucket system because once it starts, it's really hard to get rid of. And just gonna rinse off any so it's just some 3%, and I don't know, I read online that 3%, if you dip it like quickly, it'll just kill whatever, and it won't like harm the roots. So hopefully that's the case. Hopefully that's the case. All right. So I don't need to do it with all of them. There's just like 1 or 2 that had some algae, and so you got to take care of it. So all I'm doing is literally just a lid with a little bit of water and hydrogen peroxide, and I'm just drenching the roots just to get, and then I'm wiping off like this just to kind of get rid of any algae. I've been getting a little bit of algae in the tower because there was a leak, and there's like lights surrounding the whole tower, and so we did get some algae. So now we've got to do a little bit of damage control, but at least we're thorough, right? Trying to be as thorough as possible. All right. I mean, I don't know if algae can, I am your huge fan. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. Honestly, I just appreciate you guys hanging out. It makes it fun to just, you know, exchange information, talk plants, and just share this with you guys. I enjoy it. All right, I gotta put this somewhere, and I gotta make sure not to knock it over. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna have to make some more hydrogen peroxide. Thank you so much, Pro Pyro. Appreciate you. You guys are so awesome. I appreciate the support. Thank you so much. Okay, I need to go grab one more foam color. I'll be right back. All right, guys, I'm back. Okay, this is the 3-inch foam collar. There's 4 to a lid. So first we're gonna do these. I have 4 of these. They're all the same variety. I'm gonna flip you guys around and show you what we're doing. All right. I mess around with my tripod so much just to get a good shot for you guys. And sometimes it doesn't work for me. All right. So I've got the foam collar. These are all clean. Our net pots are as clean as possible. I still have like some hard water here. Man, I soak these in like bleach. All right, so our first cucumber that we are going to transfer, you guys. We started these seeds 3 weeks ago. It's been in the tower for 2 weeks. And now it's gonna go in the bucket system. So here we go. We're gonna get it as plant it as deep as possible, so to speak. I don't know how far I can do it, but let's see. I'll plant it a little more. Kind of want to just wrap that root, make it not a root ball, but you know. And that is our first cucumber seedling. So like I said, I didn't label. I'm growing 3 different cucumber varieties. I think this one is the Armenian cucumber. So we'll see how that goes. Take care, Les. Happy Saturday. Thanks so much for hanging out. Have a good one. For those of you that just joined, we are transferring cucumber seedlings that were in the grow tower from 2-inch net pots to 2-inch foam collars to 3-inch foam collars, and we are going to get them in the second bucket system, which we just set up earlier. It's been filled with water. We are going to get some nutrients in it, and we are off to the races. Jack Ashes says, congratulations, not only plants growing, but your channel as well. Cheers, 1000. Thank you so much, Jack Ashes. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for your support and for just hanging out with me. Honestly, as I said in most of my videos that I post, my long form videos, that I wouldn't be where I'm at without this community. You guys are, you help me so much. We learn from each other and we exchange ideas and information, and honestly, it's just been so wonderful. I really love this community so much. So thank you guys. I really appreciate it. Yay, I did it. well, it's not over, right? We gotta keep grinding, because now we gotta get to 2K. All right, back to transferring cucumbers. Do you do these alone or someone helps you? I do this by myself, you guys. This is all me. As you can see, I have to like fix the bucket system and do all this crap, and sometimes I don't really know what I'm doing, and I learn along the way. So this is the same variety that I just transplanted right there, right here, but look how much smaller it is. Everything, everything, everything. And also, I'm like such a control freak that I want to do everything by myself. I've even had like random people who are like, can I come see your grow tent? I'm like, yeah, maybe one day. Meanwhile, nobody's allowed in here except me. Maybe it's because I'm like an only child, so I don't know how to share. I just like everything to myself. Is this rubber thing to hold plants? Yes, it is foam. It's a foam collar, and it's designed to hold the plant in this basket so that the roots can hang. And then the roots grow out of the basket. I'll show you. Another one of my plants. So it's gonna look like this. Roots eventually grow and they hang out of the basket and they go all the way to the bottom of the bucket. They get suspended in thin air, and the nozzles mist it every minute for 20 seconds. So hopefully that answers your question. All right, guys. Let me just turn this here. So again, collar, 3-inch foam collar. I'm taking my cucumber. It came from the grow tower. We germinated the seeds 3 weeks ago. It's been in the grow tower for 2 weeks, and now we are getting it in the bucket system. So I'm just gonna get this one as deep as possible, and here it is. Just kind of bunch those roots up, get it in the basket. I used to make the roots like stick out of the basket to make sure they get watered, but I kind of realized that it's good if the roots kind of go searching for water and nutrients. So I don't want to completely expose them, because otherwise it makes it too easy for them, right? And if you want to promote root growth, then it's a good idea to just bunch it up in the basket and let it grow out of the basket on its own when it's ready. Cucumber, foam collar, just there's like a little hole in the center of the foam collar, and so I just, again, as deep as possible, even if there's a bit of the stem hanging out. There we go. Can we extract extra roots? I'm not sure if you're asking if you can cut the roots. I'm sure you can. I know we've talked about it on these lives before where people do cut their roots. I have never done that, but I'm sure you can. Plus, look, when I transferred, look at all the roots we lost. We lost some unintentionally, right? So yeah, for those of you that just joined, I'm transplanting my cucumber plants to the bucket system, and I'm just trying to separate, because I separated by variety, so right now I'm just all right, we're gonna get these in the bucket system because I think I'm gonna mix here. Get rid of this. All right, a little baby one, so small. They're all, even though they were all started at the same time, transplanted at the same time, they all are kind of at different growth stages, so it's interesting to see. So I've got my 3-inch net pot, and I'm just going to put my 3-inch foam collar in the 3-inch net pot, and there you go. And these are going to go all along the back wall of the buckets. 2, 4, 6, 8. So the longer the roots, I feel like the unhealthier the seedling or the plant, because it's lacking something, so it's like searching like crazy. It's lacking nutrients. But we're gonna get you taken care of, seedling. Don't you worry. Yes, I talk to my seedlings all the time. Is it possible to grow peanut or potato or carrot? Yes, it is, and we're gonna actually try it. I've been wanting to try potatoes. Potatoes would be cool. So what I would do is I would actually just cut the basket off so that I just have the ring to be a holster for the foam collar, right? And then let the potatoes grow in the bucket. So we're gonna be trying that for sure, but right now I'm just trying to perfect what I got here. So there we go, we've got our seedlings. I'm also gonna be using this video for content, so if you see me doing these like lots, you know, that's why. Here we go, these are our seedlings. We're gonna get them in the buckets, and yeah, I'm gonna take you guys. I just gotta go get the other lid, left it over there. Alright, you guys, so gotta figure out how I want to do this. Because I have not only cucumbers, I also have tomatillos that are going to need access to the trellis. So alright, I'm gonna swap it. I'm gonna do some, alright, I'm gonna bring you guys on that side. I think I'm gonna switch that's what I love about these bucket systems, is the lids are interchangeable, so I can swap them out. And here I have trellis support from both, so it makes sense to have the cucumbers on this side as well as the tomatillos. So along this side of the back wall, it's all the 4-inch 1-vessel net pots. All right. So actually going to, I don't know why I just that. I just moved the 4-inch net pots to the other side, and I should have kept them on this side. So the 4-inch net pots are going to be on the back wall. So this is normally something you should do before you have your seedlings in the net pot ready to go. You should probably plan beforehand. I don't always do the greatest job. I'm also just going to go get my glasses because I'm under the lights. I don't have proper grow room glasses. I just have sunglasses, but it'll have to do for now. Sometimes I just do stupid shit and I create more work for myself, you guys. Alright, here we go. So these 4 are one variety. They're all going to be in a shared bucket. I'm going to flip you guys around and show you. May I come help you? You know, I told you I'm a control freak with this, so thank you, but no thank you. I like being able to do it. This is, you know, this is the space where I like, it's almost like meditative for me to do this. You know what I mean? So once this starts climbing, we're just gonna get it up onto the trellis. We'll figure it out as we go. Dave says it happens. Yeah, you know what? I tend to do a lot of things that are like that make work. It's like a make work program. I think these 2 are the same variety, so I'm going to put those next to each other. And then these 3 are the same. So we're going to get these 3 side by side. So there we have our 9 cucumber plants. They're going to vine bucket tops until they get long enough to catch the trellis up here. And maybe I'll add some more trellis just to help them out. We'll see. But they'll make it up there eventually. It's like the watermelon. The watermelon did great. It went up, it vined on the bucket tops for a little bit, and then I'll take you guys for a closer look. So here's the cucumbers. And then, yeah, the watermelons vined on the bucket tops, and then eventually they got large enough to catch the trellis. And then I just brought it back down. And then my current cucumber plant that's more mature is, I just keep bringing it back down. So it went all the way up and I just direct it back down, and I kind of just loop it back and forth until I feel there's just too much foliage, and then we deal with it. Do I do a job, or is this my full-time business? So yes, I was working in the corporate world while doing this, and now this is my full-time job, guys. I am working on some exciting towers, grow towers, that are going to be on the website soon, and yeah, we're doing this full-time right now. This is what I am doing. So yeah. Yeah, it does get bright under the lights, so I do wear my glasses just to protect my eyes, or sometimes I turn down the lights while I'm working, but my plants don't really like that. Sorry guys, trying to fix my tripod. So next we have other plants to transfer. So again, we're going to transfer them in the 4-inch foam collars. I'm going to go get some more foam collars. Pro Pyro says 1K, yo. I know, thank you so much. I'm so excited, you guys. I did it. Now we got to push for 2K. It's never enough. I'm just kidding. Okay, so where am I putting my pepper plants? We have, let's go count how many pepper plants we have. One, two, three, four, five, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. So we're gonna take 8 net, so just 2 lids worth, and we are going to transfer these pepper plants into the buckets. They're just bell peppers. Okay. I feel weird wearing my glasses, but honestly, it just feels better for my eyes. All right. I'm gonna get these, should I put them right here or should I put them at the end? Actually, I'll just put these back here. I'm gonna put the peppers at the end because I don't want to have to squeeze through the middle if I don't have to. All right, so we're gonna do these. All right, so I'm grabbing my pepper seedlings, bringing them over to my workstation, and we're gonna get transferring. Oh wow, this has been a long live so far, almost 2 hours. Jesus, I talk way too much, but all right, so check it out. I'm gonna flip you guys around and show you. It's also, I've added nutrients in the water that I water the seedlings with, and it's been doing wonders. So these are polyurethane sponges. I use them to germinate the seeds. I used to use them, I used to just put them directly in the net pot after and just grow with them, but I realized that it harbors too much. It retains almost too much moisture, and it yeah, it just I don't know. I don't love it. You get algae, you get all kinds of crap, and I don't love it. So I'm gonna actually just rip some of the sponge. I do reuse these sponges, even if they're slightly ripped, they still work. It's really just to germinate. Sometimes I use the paper towel method. It depends on what I'm growing. Some things I prefer the paper towel method, and some things I prefer using the sponge. But when you let it grow to mature, then it gets super intertwined in the sponge, and then the removal process is like really challenging if you're trying to avoid breaking the roots. Looks like I might have to cut a little bit of this sponge. And sometimes I use a little bit of water. It helps kind of loosen the roots. All right, I mean, we kind of broke some of the roots, but that's okay. These plants are so resilient. They're going to be just fine. I've transferred ones that were in way worse condition. So these are bell pepper plants. Have I grown chilies? I have Chinese 5-color peppers growing right now, and those are a variation of a chili pepper. So yes, I haven't harvested any. I actually need to figure out when is the best time to harvest them. Okay, getting our first pepper seedling in for the second bucket system. Again, I'm burying it, or planting it as deep as possible. Yes, there is a little bit of sponge with it, but that's okay. It'll be fine. And then I'm getting it in my 3-inch net pot. So unlike the cucumbers, I didn't put these peppers in the grow tower, but the cucumbers were outgrowing the seedling tray, and I had to put them somewhere, and I wasn't ready to set up my second bucket system yet, and so oh, I broke the leaf. Oops. It's okay, we got our first true leaf growing, so I'm sure it'll be fine. Whoops, that sucks. Whoopsies. There we go, guys. A little bit of sponge with it, but that's okay. I'd rather that than break the root. So here we go. We've got 2 out of 8 pepper plants so far. This one's going to be easier because that was 2 peppers for 1 sponge, and so this one will be easier, I think. So by the way, last week on the live, I tried putting a little seed in a piece of paper towel, folding it, putting it in the center of the foam collar, and sticking it in the tower just to see if I can germinate and have it sprout just right in the grow tower. It didn't work. Just so you guys know, in case you were wondering. So I'm just putting that in there. So yeah, these are just bell peppers. We're gonna just grow more. I love bell peppers, so it seems like I already have a lot, but it's really not. Once you start eating it, they're not the largest peppers either, which I'm working on, trying to get larger peppers, but they aren't the largest, and so I'd rather have more plants. Death Squad says, I'm sure there's some way to sprout seeds directly in the grow tower. Absolutely. There's got to be. Or even in the bucket system. We're going to figure it out. We've got to simplify this process. Now that I have the garden under control, I need to always got to evolve, you guys. Always got to figure out. There's always a better way. That's what I'm learning with this garden. I've never been that kind of person. Oh, I just broke the roots. I've never been that kind of person before. I've always just been like, it's fine the way it is, whatever. But sometimes in life it's important to evolve and just look for progressive ways of doing things. There's always a better way. And if there isn't, then there's always an opportunity. An opportunity to find a better way. Another nugget of wisdom from my lives. Was thinking about that too. Wick for moisture. Yes. You should try cocoa peat instead. Yeah, so I do have their cocoa core plugs, and I do want to try them. I haven't gotten to it yet, and I'm a little bit nervous about having debris in my system, so. All right, this one was easy. It didn't grow into the sponge, so I can just watch me still break it. So there's our little bell pepper seedling, you guys. It's cute. Ah! Almost dropped it. There it is, you guys. There it is. We're almost done. We're almost done. And then after this, we have two tomatillo seedlings to transfer, and then we did it, you guys. It's not completely full because we still have our tomato cuttings to transfer once they're ready, but we did it, you guys. I'm very excited to share this part of the journey because we've filled the towers together and we've assembled the towers together. Like, we've gone through that whole process, but to be able to show you guys how the buckets work, I'm very excited about, because I can't wait for you guys to see the growth rate. I mean, you guys have already seen, since you've been following along and since I've been doing these lives, you've seen the progression already of what's growing right now, but yeah, very cool. Last one, and this one looked like it was suffering. The roots are like scorched. It's okay. We're gonna get it back in shape as soon as it goes into the buckets. You're gonna see it thrive, you guys. We're getting better at this, right? For my small hydroponic system, I use these sponge cones, and they sit in the water tank, and you just pop the seed. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. They're like starter plugs, and they're used in an arrow garden, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, those would be a great solution. And my goal, though, is like pop it in the foam collar and just let it grow. That would be awesome, because that would take out a lot of this transfer work, which I enjoy, but it really is, complicating. So here we go. I'll show you guys. Bell pepper seedlings. Super cute. Some of them are more mature than others. Like this one's already got some leaves, and it's gonna be fun, you guys. I can't wait to watch them grow. I know, they're still so cute and small, and it's like kids, you guys. They grow up so fast. All right. Let's go put them in the buckets. I need to get proper grow room glasses. Right now I'm just wearing regular sunglasses, but whatever, you guys, it's better than nothing. All right, so these peppers, obviously, they don't need trellis. So we're gonna put them where I don't have a trellis set up. Here we go, guys. Peppers in the buckets. Yay, we did it. Right, bell peppers went in, and they're right next to their brothers and sisters over here. They're older siblings. And so that'll be cool to see the side-by-side different growth stages and just compare. These ones I actually had to add in a second foam collar for extra support because they were tipping over. So I doubled up on the foam collars. And then down there, we've just done our cucumbers like 20 minutes ago. And we have our tomato cuttings that are, the tomato cuttings are rooting in the tower right now. So once those actually form some roots, we're gonna get them also in the buckets. And I also have 2 tomatillo plants. So we're gonna go grab 2 net pots. I'm just going to grab 2 from here. Put them in the separate bucket. That's what I love though about little net pots and these bucket lids is everything's interchangeable. So like if you change your mind later and you want to move something around, you can, as long as you're leaving it in the net pot, because once the roots mature, then it starts to get challenging. Just put you guys there for a second. Did you mention the tomato cultivars? Okay, so I'm done wasting time with low producers. Yes, so I have tried several different, well not several, I've tried 4 different kinds of tomatoes. My first row, I grew sweetie tomatoes, and they were, it's tough to say. I think they're in an aeroponic system if you're not a new grower. I was a new grower and I was just learning, and I screwed up a lot of times and I didn't get the yield that I should have, I think. And my second grow, I wanted to try something else. I wanted to try the larger heirloom tomatoes. So I tried Big Rainbow Tomato. The seeds were from Urban Harvest. It's just a Canadian, they're a local farm out of Ontario, and they have organic, non-GMO heirloom seeds. And so I did the Big Rainbow Tomato, which is actually an indeterminate variety, but it didn't do well at all. I only got 1 tomato the entire grow. And then the other variety I like to call by the Latin name, because it's it's called a black semen tomato, and the Latin name is Lycopersicon esculentum, and that's a determinate variety. And with aeroponics, you don't want a determinate variety because it only sets fruit once and it's done. And so that I only got 2 tomatoes out of my whole grow, you guys. It was brutal. I got like no harvest, so pretty crappy. But now I've got cherry tomatoes, and they're grocery store. I harvested the seeds, and they're delicious. And I did a store-bought versus homegrown comparison just to see which one is better. And even though the store-bought were larger in size, mine were so much better in flavor. It tasted like a candy bomb. I'm gonna go get my tray. All right, guys, minutes, and we're done for the day. I'm gonna just transfer these last tomatillo plants, and then I'm out. I gotta work on my outdoor garden now. I gave them some bloom for the first time this morning. I defoliated them yesterday, and I had to spray them down. I've been spraying them down every day with the Lost Coast plant therapy because they are getting destroyed by earwigs. Yes, I want to know your 2 winners after 20 years of growing. If they're cherry tomatoes, I agree, because my cherry tomatoes are, they're so abundant right now and they're such great producers. Try Super Sue or Juliet. Okay, I'm gonna try those. If you have any good places to get seeds from, where are you from, Dr. Green Thumb? Where are you from that's watching? I know where a lot of you are from, but let me know in the chat. I'm curious, and if you guys have any recommendations for good places to get some seeds from. New York, Zone 5. Oh, cool. Nice. New York. What's the weather like there, right there? What's the weather like there right now? God, sometimes I just talk too much that I forget how to talk. All right, I'm gonna flip you guys around and show you guys. 88 today. Oh, wow, that's hot. All right, so these are tomatillos. For those of you that don't know what tomatillos are, I think they originate from Mexico or Spain or something. I don't know, Mexico probably. And they are like little, well, they have a husk. They're like a little tomato that grows in a husk, kind of. And you need more than one plant in order to pollinate. And you have to, they definitely need trellis support, and they're definitely an extremely invasive plant. So you definitely have to be mindful of that. So because you need more than one, I germinated my last 4 seeds, and let me get this foam collar open. ProPyro says, solid stream, TFP. Thank you so much. You guys make it solid by hanging out, and, you know, it helps keep the vibes high when I have people hang out with me while I'm working. So thank you guys. Thank you so much, Ray Cassis. Let's freaking grow. Am I right? All right, so we got 2 true leaves here. So I think these are going to take off. Anyway, so tomatillos can be used in like a salsa or a salad, or I think I've seen like some fancy restaurants do like fried tomatillos, or I don't know, there's different ways to make them. But thank you so much, Death Squad. I always try to keep the vibes high. You know, sometimes life can just be crappy or whatever, and so it's nice to just have a space where the vibes are always high, you know? All right, 2 tomatillo plants. Now, I think we're out of the woods because I have 2 I've told you guys this before, but for those of you that are new here, I started growing tomatillos for the first time last grow, and I only had 1 seedling make it, and it was flowering like crazy, but I didn't get fruit because you need to cross-pollinate in order to get fruit. And so I tried to propagate that plant, but you know, common sense dictates that a cutting from a mother plant is the same plant, so it's not considered cross-pollinating. But I didn't think about that because I'm new, and so now I know you need more than 1. So hopefully these 2 give us fruit, because this is all we got, guys, and then I got to get more seeds, and I don't know if I like these enough to justify getting more seeds, but I wanted to have fun with trying new stuff and also just show you guys everything that's possible in an aeroponic system. So we're kind of just trying it all over here. So we're gonna get these into the buckets. Look how cute they are. So these definitely need trellis support. So the goal is for them to climb up here, and we're gonna just weave them back and forth. The tomatoes and the eggplants are gonna grow behind. So I'm thinking the eggplants are gonna go down there. They get huge, and then tomatoes will just go back here along the back wall. So there it is, you guys. Bucket system number 2 is on its way. In a few days, we'll have the whole back wall filled with tomatoes. Tomorrow, we are going to germinate some eggplant seeds and maybe do a little bit of pruning and stuff. But come hang out with me tomorrow, 12 p.m. Eastern time. Probably won't be as long of a stream as today. My goodness, I didn't realize how long I've been on here for, but we got a lot done, and I'm so glad I got to share it with you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. We made it to 1K, woohoo! So I appreciate you guys so much. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe. I talk about all things indoor gardening, aeroponics, or if not, just come for the good vibes. We always have a good time in the grow tent. As I always say, the sun is always shining in the grow tent, you guys. So come hang out with me, and hopefully you guys learn a thing or two, or if not, I learn a thing or two from you. So thank you again. I appreciate you guys so much, and we are going to see you tomorrow, 12 p.m. Eastern time. You're not gonna want to miss it. Bye guys, have a great afternoon, and if I don't see you tomorrow, have a great rest of your weekend. Everybody enjoy the sunshine, be safe, and stay cool.